So good morning. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys, right? So I just dropped Lesson off to school this morning, and I wanted to talk about a feeling that I just felt, right? So we're having Blessing, who is delayed in speech, is exceptional, whatever the case may be. Like having a child that is struggles or is unable to fully express how their day went in school is really a hard situation. It's really nerve-wracking, right? So it is so comforting to see how Blessing runs to the teachers, right? And like grab their hands. Because for me, that says that she liked being here. She loved being here. And that particular teacher, she enjoyed being with her. She's nice. Because I refuse to believe that. I wouldn't believe that somebody that's mistreating her, she would be so open to grab to them. So because Blessing doesn't know anything about being mean to her or abusing her, or the most I would do is yell at Blessing. And even then it goes over her head because she like, girl, what are you doing? Like she'll look at me like, what's going on? Like she stops like looking at me like, so she doesn't understand, like, because if I say, Blessing, I'm gonna pop your butt, you know what she says? I pop your butt. Like she doesn't know that. If I pick my hand up like this, she gives me five. Like, because Blessing, she's being brought up in love, like love and being catered to. Like she doesn't know anything about abusing or any of that, right? So it's really nerve-wracking to drop off your child to school and not knowing that if she's being abused, if she's being mistreated, if she's being cared for properly. It not only the teachers, the students too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's really, really, really hard. And I had a harder time when she first started school, but as the year went on, I felt more and more comfortable. One, because I see how the teachers are interacting with her. However, like, of course, anybody wouldn't know who would actually treat a child, who would actually mistreat your child in front of your face. Like, it would take a lot of balls to do that. Like, right? So what's more comforting is to see how Blessing interact with the teachers, with the paras. So just this morning, I'm dropping her off, and one of the paras that she loved, I know she loved this para, and I know this para loves her too. And she's very kind. She's very soft-spoken with Blessing. And Blessing, whenever she see her, she grab her hand, right? But this morning, she grabbed her hand, and then another para or a teacher, I'm not sure if she's a teacher or para, because during the summer session, she's in the middle school. So a lot of the teachers and paras, I'm not sure, I don't know them, right? Even though I know her teachers and her paras, but there are other teachers and paras that come out to bring them in. And I'm not familiar with her. And she was like, hi, Blessing. And Blessing let the other para hand go and went right to her and grabbed her hand. And they all started laughing. It was like, oh, she just dished you. Like, she just left you and went to her. It was comforting to see that, like, how she interact with the teachers. Like, because for me, that gives me a sense of comfort. Like, okay, she's okay here. Like, she's fine here. Like, she's not being mistreated to the point where, like, she's unhappy, you know? Because it's hard. Like, I try to communicate with Blessing. I have a pamphlet that shows like sad, happy, mad, angry, cry, surprise. And I try to communicate that way with her. Like, how you feel today? You okay? You have fun in school? And try to show her these things. And sometimes she picks them or whatever the case may be. And sometimes she say happy, or she'll, if she say owie, I say, you fell? She'll show me where she fell and say owie, or whatever the case may be. However, you know, the conversation is not a full back and forth conversation. It's kind of like I'm pulling it out of her. And sometimes I'm not really sure if she understands everything I'm saying, or I'm not really sure if what she's explaining to me is what actually happened, right? So I worry about that. I think as a child, as a parent, all across the board, you worry. But when you have a child that's delayed in speech, that's exceptional, autistic, any type of disabilities, you are more prone to worry and like not unsure, because it's not far-fetched. Like I see it on YouTube, on news all the time that teachers, instructors, whoever, like babysitters that are abusing kids that is nonverbal, kids that is disabled, adults, anybody that's like have a delay that they are unable to um speak up or express to their parents or their family what's going on, or whatever the case may be, whether it's physical abuse, sexual abuse, or whatever. Like, so, like that stays in the back of my mind all the time. And when I drop my baby off, I don't know what's happening, and I know that God has her. I see that they are so welcoming to Blessing, and it appears that they love Blessing. And I trust God, because before I moved here, I know that the Holy Spirit said to me, where I'm taking you, you're going to run into everything you need concerning Blessing. So I anoint my baby every morning. I pray over her and I send her with God. And I trust that God will guide her, protect her, cover her, and allow her to be a light. And everybody she come in encounter with going to know that she's not just a number. However, I also got to be mindful, and I can't help but to see with my eyes that Blessed, in the town that we live in, is majority Caucasian. It's not that many black and brown students, people in our area. You get what I'm saying? Blessing is one of 2 or 3 students that is African American in the pre-K class, right? And I think it's 3 or 4 pre-K class. She's one of 3. So I can't dismiss that. You get what I'm saying to you? So, of course, it's sometime in the back of my head. And to see her run to the teacher, and sometime when I see her run and give him a hug, it's so comforting to me. It's like as if like I need to see that. I try my best to try to keep a visual, or kind of like try to figure out what's going on in the school, or try to keep track of what goes on and how she's being treated. Like, for example, I put on the pull-up on her, and then her underwear on top. So she goes to school, and once she get there, they're supposed to take that pull-up off because she uses the bathroom, right? And then when she's coming back home, they're supposed to put another pull-up on her on top of the panties to send her back home, just so she doesn't have any accident en route, right? So the pull-up that I provide them is different than the pull-up that I put on her. It's different size, and it's the different brand, right? So at any point, Blessing should not be coming back home with the same pull-up, because that's telling me you guys are not taking her to the bathroom because y'all putting her in the pull-up, and she's supposed to be potty trained, right? So potty train, whatever the case may be. So there's no reason why she should. And also, when she come home, I strip Blessing all the way down. Look at her in every way. Check her any scratches, any bruises, anything, right? And I love her teacher, her ABA teacher. Like, let me tell you, if Blessing have a scratch, it could be the smallest scratch. She's emailing me like, "Oh, hi mom, how you doing? Miss Servants, I see that your daughter had a scratch. Did you notice that scratch? Da, 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 da. I love that she keep tracking me. Sometimes it could be, you could tell it's like a scratch, probably like somebody trying to pull up on, and their nails is not cut short, and they scratched her. Fine little scratch, like, but she she lets me know whatever it is. And sometimes it could be from me that I may have scratched her by pulling up her pull up or whatever. But she's her eyes is open, and she's paying attention to everything. And furthermore, they know I'm not playing about my baby. Like, find somebody else to play with, not with Blessing. Like, so they kind of have no choice but to keep me informed of everything that's going on, because last year we had a situation where I was angry about it, and that would never happen again. So I appreciate that they understand the tone of the email that I sent, and that to avoid any problem, just keep your eyes open, everybody. But Also, like I said, I have the pamphlet thing the board thing that she try to express to me how her feelings are, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, most comforting is to see how she interact with them. Like, that's all I came on here for. Like, let me know how you feel about it. Do you have an exceptional child? Do you have a disabled child? Do you have a child that's nonverbal? Do you have a child that's delayed in speech? And how do you feel when you drop that child off to their school, their programs, their recreational, whatever, their babysitter? Like, how do you feel, and how do you go about your feelings? And how do you go about making sure, or trying to see if that child is not being mistreated, is not being abused, is how do you find comfort in knowing that the place that you drop your child to is a safe haven for them, and that they are being properly treated, properly cared for, and not being abused, or whatever the case may be? Because I know some people's like, you shouldn't never bring your child to a place that you don't trust. But can you really trust anybody? Like, let's be honest here, because the people that you trust the most will be the people that would try you. You get what I'm saying? And on that, I have another content that I do want to talk about later on this week, and it's a little different from what I usually speak on, but nonetheless very important, and which is kind of like connected to what I'm just saying right now. Whatever, it's something I've just been noticing, and I want to talk about it and get people's opinion, get your opinion on it, or whatever the case may be, and maybe also give some advice towards that, or whatever the case may be. But that's what I was that's what I came here to talk about. I'm not staying long. I just wanted to know, how do you feel? How do you go about dropping your child off and being comfortable in knowing that they are in great hands? Like, do you ever worry? And if you do worry, what do you worry about? And how do you go about the feelings that you encounter when you drop your child off? I'm ending my video here, but not my love. Till then, be bold, be brave, and most importantly, be blessed.